Scottie McClue, 10 o'clock Saturday night, nothing gets past me, and welcome to the internet phone-in. So much to talk about, and so little time to do it in. Come and join us, give us a call, especially as well. Welcome on YouTube, subscribe and tap the bell if you've just joined us. And of course, we're on Facebook Live, we're on LinkedIn Live, and we're on Twitch at Scottie_McClue. That's what it's all about. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Now, who is calling? Hello, who's that? You're live on Scottie's phone-in. Hello?
DINKY-DOO, Scottie, how are we doing?
Kareem, well done for getting through tonight. Excellent stuff. You just made it because another call came in, and I thought I'll answer this one.
And it was me.
And it was your good self. Absolutely, Kareem. Yes, indeed. And what's happening with you tonight?
Nothing much. I'll make a wee quick call tonight because I took up a lot of time last night.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does take up a bit of time, but you're a very good caller and you've got something to say.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and I think that's very important. You know, I mean, sometimes I can remember one of my producers, Kareem, and he said to me, we've got so many calls, can we get through them a bit quicker? And I said, no.
Yeah. No, it's good. No, it's
you know, it depends on the quality of the call.
Yes, absolutely.
Now then.
Well, I put a tag earlier on because I know about with the monarchy and that.
Oh, yes.
The Queen was in hospital.
Yes. I get a little bit fed up with these half-witted idiots.
Yes.
You know, it's the level of ignorance, Kareem. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they could put a proper case for us not having the monarchy, but they can't. They've had their heads stuffed with nonsense. You know, we must leave the monarchy alone. It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I have no issues with it really at all. I just think, but you get these numpties that are obviously putting their own uneducated opinion across.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes, no, it makes complete sense. It is their own uneducated opinion. I mean, they call the royals parasites, not realizing that they bring in absolute fortunes.
Yeah, no, they do contribute back to...
You know, I just said to one there, I said, £2 billion direct to the Treasury, £98 million in tax, virtually self-financing. Where is any kind of parasite in that?
No, I agree with you, Scottie.
You know, and the other one is they get to live in palaces. Well, does this person want to live in a palace? I certainly don't. You know,
I think people forget that's what they're royal, though. They're entitled to that. You know, I think there's a lot of jealousy. Like, well, look what they have, and compare it to what they have. Really,
yeah, but they don't understand another thing. They were saying that the royals have never worked a day in their life. And I had to say to one guy, you would not last a week on the Queen's original schedules, far less the present one. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't last a week, 500 engagements a year.
Well, if you think about, you know, 95 and still working, how many of them will be retiring whenever they can?
No, some of them have never done a day's work in their life. That's what they're going on about to the royals. You know, they're projecting themselves and their own lifestyle. You know, a guy even called me a deluded serf. Now, obviously, he feels that he's a deluded serf. Because I am neither deluded nor am I a serf. And I said to him, enjoy your bowing and scraping. Your private life is your own. He accused me of bowing and scraping. How are you bowing and scraping? By telling the truth.
No, you're stating the facts, and some people don't like facts, Scottie.
No, they just don't like it. And that's it. I mean, I don't have anything one way or the other. I mean, for instance, if I thought the monarchy wasn't the best thing for Scotland, I would say. If I thought that independence wasn't the best thing for Scotland, I would say.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
I mean,
No,
here's
it's
a
just
guy called
honest.
Kyle saying, I just taken our tax money. You're not taking any tax money from you at all, you half-wit. Have you watched The Crown? Queen works 24/7. Absolutely, Jen Jim. Now we are talking. So there we are. There's a bit of feedback for you, Kareem.
Yes, yes. Well, look, listen, Scottie, people need the facts, and if they don't like it, then that's their problem.
That is
It's
their problem, big time. Absolutely, you know, but I think it's a very interesting subject for discussion. Also, somebody raised Irish independence when we had about a minute to go last night.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Well,
not a subject
Scottie,
you could cover in a minute.
yes. There was a march today up in the town. I read very briefly, but it was to do. I'm not too sure about it. It was something to do with it was to do with the Union in Northern Ireland and all the problems.
Right.
You know, there was a big march, and someone, you read the comments, but people were saying, why are they bringing their problems over to Glasgow, over to Scotland?
Yes, very, very strange. I suppose they think that's us going to the mainland because they're part of Britain. But in actual fact, you know, they've got their own country.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that would be like us going and marching for independence in Trafalgar Square.
Yeah,
It would mean nothing to the people of Trafalgar Square. They would think, excuse me, what's your flag? You say, this is Scotland. Oh, Scotland, all right. My auntie, she stayed near, where was it now, lovey? Yeah, Loch Lomond. Do you know Loch Lomond? Yeah, that's lovely, that is. So are you on holiday? And you've all got your flags? That's nice. Okay, all the best. And they would not have a clue what people were doing there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it does show you, I mean, as much as I love England and always go there, there's quite a lot of people that are quite ignorant because they don't know the history of Scotland.
Well, you don't. Well, why should they though, Kareem? I mean, I was in London one time and I thought, why would somebody want to stay their whole life in London? And then I stopped and put my lace up in the curb to tie it, and it snapped. And I walked about, I don't know, maybe 50 yards. And here was a Timpson's shop open to the street. And I said, excuse me, you wouldn't have anything for these? Yeah, the number 6, there you go, 29 pence, thanks. And I thought, this is why you do it. Everything is to hand. What if my lace had snapped in the sound of Mull, you know?
Yes, yeah. I get what you mean, Scottie. But it's at the end of the day, what will be will be. I think that's my motto at the moment. I'm just stepping back and letting things go.
Kareem, because I think we have to, because everything's kind of up in the air at the moment, you know?
Correct. And to me, it's the build up, as I spoke during the week, to Christmas, and it's the time of year that I like the build up. I think it's nice. People do tend to be nicer to each other, and it's just nice seeing like the kids and all that just getting so excited. It's just a nice time of the year after everything that's what we've all been through.
Here we go, Kareem. Phil has just told us it was a Northern Ireland protocol march.
Right.
But I still wonder what it was doing in Glasgow. You know what I mean? I didn't realise Glasgow was part of Northern Ireland, but I suppose you could say at the moment it's part of the UK. I mean Glasgow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Well, I'm staying away from the city centre because of this Co-op 26. The traffic I've noticed around about where I am today, like the main roads, were heaving, absolutely heaving, and I just think it's the build-up.
I think there's going to be challenges for commuters. There's no doubt.
Yes, and so for me, staying away, go the opposite direction, and just
we'll probably have to leave about 4 in the morning to get to work.
Well, hopefully I should avoid it, but yet again, that's me looking in logic. But there's other people that need to go to places that will probably cut through the places
absolutely
that I want to go through.
Absolutely, Kareem. Yes, indeed. Yes, people like my good self.
Yeah. Well, Scottie, I'll let you go. I might do a second call later. If not, I'll speak to you Monday.
Lovely to hear you. Thank you, Kareem, and many blessings. Appreciate your call, lad.
No, bye.
Dinky-Doo, ta-ra now. There we are. That's our Kareem. Very interesting call. Lots of good reaction from you guys. Excellent stuff. Sorry for my absence, but caught the show on catch up. Sounds good. The shows are outstanding, Jerry. Just amazing. Right, to the telephones. Get sharing, guys. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
A Happy New Year to you, Martin. Merry Christmas when it comes. How you getting on, La?
Fine, you, mate.
Yes, wonderful. What's happening?
The thing is, I have you been to Inverness jail?
Yes, I know it. They're not on a professional capacity. I haven't been locked up in it, but I know it very well.
Yes. What about still in jail?
No, I haven't been to that one.
So how's your day been?
Day outstanding, Martin. Absolutely fantastic. We did a lot of TikTok live today.
Yes, I saw that. I've been watching you all day.
Yes, and a lot of YouTube as well. And of course, I spoke to you in the YouTube.
Yes, correct.
Yes, wonderful, because we want to get everybody subscribing and tapping the bell for the phone ins.
There's a couple of other shows that I was going to forgot to mention last night. There's a show called Bramwell.
Oh, yes, Bramwell. Yes, I remember that one.
Do you remember Casualty in Hobie City?
Hobie City and Casualty, yes. I'm familiar with them both.
Yes. They are based in the television centre in London. Have you been there?
Yes, I have. Yes, absolutely.
So, have you been on any of the Children in Need broadcasting, like when that charity, the one up that happens every November?
Not for a long time. I used to do a lot of Children in Need stuff, especially when I was with Scott FM. I would go up and join them.
How does the GoMe Fund work?
How does the GoFundMe for Scottie McClue? Yes, you just go on to it, and if you want to give something, £1 or something like that to try it out, then it'll tell you how to do it. It comes up donate.
Cool.
So you go to gofundme.com/Scottie-McClue. But you'll see it on the Facebook, you'll see it on the Twitter. You can put it into a search engine and it'll just come up. GoFundMe Scottie McClue.
Cool. So what have you been up to today apart from going live today?
A day of domesticity, Martin.
Have you? Nice.
Yes, so there you are, tidying the house.
Hi, Scotty.
Hello, how are you, lovey? Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo to you.
Dinky-Doo to you. Excellent. Martin, we'll catch up soon, and Dinky-Doo la.
Dinky-Doo to you. Love you lots.
Love you lots. Ta-la-la. There we are, that's Martin. Now then, what have we got here? Susan, finishing your sentences for you. Hi, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. This is the wonderful Paul Cruikshanks. Dinky-Doo, Paul. Can we get a wee tune in the squeeze box? James, I promised you I would fetch it up and I haven't got it with me. We'll maybe have to have an interlude and put on the Potter's Wheel or the Kitten with the Ball of Wool. Does anybody remember that? Can anybody go that far back? D. Goodley says the Royals bring in millions in tourism. They do indeed, D. You're spot on. There we are. Fantastic stuff. Now, everybody's having a wee chat with themselves. No point in me reading any of that. Neil O'Gormley. Hello, Scotty. Hope you're well. Hi, Neil. Lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo. As James says, good evening, Lord McClue. Do you prefer French toast or scrambled egg? Both. I would have both. If I was staying in a hotel, I would have a bit of eggy bread or French toast, as you so rightly call it. And then I would have a wee spoonful of scrambled egg as well, maybe on it. There's the wonderful Murray O'Donnell. They bring in far more money than they cost. They do, Murray. You're 100%. You're live at Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
It's Jerry.
Jerry. How are you, Jerry?
How are you? Very good.
Here's Jerry. Here's somebody sending the dinkiest of doos from Cajun country, way down in the Bayou. Isn't that fantastic?
That's where the Cajun chicken comes from.
Cajun chicken and the Cajun fiddle. Hey, all that stuff. Absolutely. Isn't that beautiful? We are truly international, Jerry.
Oh, we're far out, aren't we?
We are far out, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Well, those funny flags as well.
I pure am, bro.
Brilliant.
This is pure heavy quality.
Oh, especially with the big flags. I enjoyed your wee chat last night. Your doctor.
Oh, doctor, yes, talking to David about pulmonary. Yes.
Oh, it was good. It was really good because I just put Vic on, and you know, like he is.
Yes, absolutely. We know what he's like. Absolutely.
Also, I enjoyed your Lou Grade impressions with that big cigar.
Lou, yes. I think as much as you can give me.
Oh, he's good.
He was a wonderful man, Lou Grade, because he was a great showman. And he made a movie called Raise the Titanic, and he said it would have been cheaper to drain the Atlantic.
Was he Jewish?
He was, yes, his name was actually Lou Vinogradsky.
Oh,
and
right.
yes, and he'd come over here and he changed his name to Grade.
Was he born in Britain? Was he brought over as a kid?
I'm not sure about. I think he was brought over actually.
Really?
Yes, wonderful man. And he used to dance. He used to dance the Charleston. And at 80, he wrote a book called Still Dancing. And I saw him interviewed on the telly. I can't remember who it was with, whether it was Michael Parkinson or Michael Aspel. One of these big Saturday night interviews. And he did the Charleston at 80 live on the telly.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Now, that man used to go to his work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I must read into him, definitely.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, the wonderful people. There's a wonderful book by Jack Tinker called The Television Barons. And most of my old bosses are mentioned in it. And I was fortunate enough to know these people. And I didn't get to meet Lou, but somebody said if Lou Grade was alive today, Scottie McClue would never be off our television screens. And
as well.
Yeah, I worked with a lot of people who knew him very well.
You mentioned that he was in charge of programs like The Saint, The Baron, Man in a Suitcase.
ITC films, Randall and Hopkins deceased. All the stuff we used to watch on a Sunday. The Champions.
Right.
You know, the Baron. Do you remember the Baron?
I remember the Baron. Steve, what was his name?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean, yes. He was the Baron. And the Champions, Alexandra Bastido.
Remember all the theme tunes you had to those programs a way back?
A Fireball XL5. I mean, I don't know if you're old enough to remember that.
Yep. And Stingray.
Yes, Stingray on a Sunday afternoon with Marina and Troy and Phones.
As you said,
Joe 90.
Everything.
Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds are go.
Thunderbirds are go. Okay, Dad. Thanks, Virgil.
What about, why not introduce, as you do your doctor piece, and remember the German doctor on television? What was her name? Do you remember? Doctor. She's a wee tiny woman.
Oh, yes, I do remember. Yes, I can't mind.
What was her name?
I can't mind. I couldn't tell you.
Is it Dr. Ruth?
Dr. Ruth.
Ruth, yeah.
That's the way she spoke, Dr. Ruth.
So give us a rendition of how your lungs work in German.
Yes, I might just do that. Yes, you're lungen. You're lungen.
thoroughly good. It was really good, but because once I put my Vic on, I was as happy as Larry.
You and your Vic, you take care of yourself.
And you.
Dinky-Doo, Jerry. There we are. That's our Jerry. What a fine fellow. Quality chat. Hi, Jerry. Hope you're okay. So poor old Jerry's clearing his chest there. The job they do is phenomenal, says Murray O'Donnell. Absolutely, Murray. I say God save the Queen, regardless of your background, your race, your creed, your religion. She is our Queen. We even get the odd half-wit going, she's no my Queen. Yes, newsflash, she is. There we are. To the telephones. You're live at Scottie's phone in. Who is that?
DINKY-DOO, Scottie.
Ah, how are you getting on, Glenn?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, wonderful. Great phone in tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, last night was just mind-blowing.
It was, yeah.
A guy says, please do the rest of the live in a Geordie accent.
Did you watch the production of Curry last night?
The what? Sorry again, Glenn?
The Coronation Street episode last night.
No, it's gone into one of these that's too much for me. They're mainly down an old sewer.
Are you going to follow it?
No, I can't take too much of that. I like the sort of chat in the pub and things like that. I like the comedy. I liked Bette Lynch and Alec Gilroy. I liked Bill Tarmy and Betty. Hello, Betty, love. How are you?
Scottie, do you think it's going to be dark then, to be honest?
Yes, it's all very dark, the whole thing. There's too much. It's too dark for me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same. I mean, I wouldn't like to buy a house in Emmerdale Village these days.
There was a plane crash a few years ago.
Yeah, the plane crash just about wiped half the cast out.
Yeah, I think it's not what it used to be, is it then?
Well, I like just a bit of, you know, the old pipe smoking in the pub and all that.
Yeah, I think they've turned it more film-like, haven't they?
You know, Mr. Wilkes. Yeah,
definitely.
That bacon's a bit salty.
I think they're trying to draw in a newer audience.
Well, I think, yes. I mean, they need to be very, very big all the time, and the actors are outstanding. I mean, absolutely outstanding. Yeah. But they need to be doing something all the time, and they need to be shocking all the time, you know. And that's the problem. So you're not just getting a tale of everyday folk. That's how it used to be billed.
When it first started, when all these dramas first
Hey, Glenn, hang on a second. On the TikTok, I've got a lady called Jen, hello, going, notice me. So I've noticed you, Jen, okay. Sorry about that, Glenn. I was just noticing Jen.
I think, like I said, I think it's to draw a younger audience, I think.
Well, they're desperately trying to get a younger audience, because if you say to young people, what did you think of Emmerdale last night? They go,
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I've seen that at my nan's.
Yeah.
You see? So that's your problem. Same with local radio. Desperately trying everything to get the youngsters, because if you were an original local radio person, you started listening 50 years ago. So you're going to be at least 65.
So that's the unique selling point then.
The USP.
Yeah, definitely.
To go with your KPIs.
Is that where the more mature audience are coming up?
Yeah, and you're wanting to report to the major stakeholders.
Yeah.
You know? Why people go about holding stakes, I don't know.
Scottie, what would you say the production team's like then now with these more modern stories?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, no, the professionalism is outstanding. I'm just saying that there's obviously pressure to change the whole feel of it. So does it really reflect real life?
And sometimes that's when viewing figures drop, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course, they can just plummet like that. I mean, I remember when they wanted to modernize and get rid of SCOTTIE McCLUE, they ended up having to sell the station.
You'll never do that. That'll never happen, will it?
You see, and because the previous boss said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, back in 90, I'm sounding old now, but back in 90s and that, you were limited to a few channels than what you can get now, weren't you?
Glenn, when I first saw television, we had a set and you could only get one channel. And that was called BBC TV.
Right.
BBC television. Now, upstairs, the lady could get the new ITV. So we sometimes went up to watch that. When I first saw that, it would be maybe a couple of years old, you know?
I mean, from a younger perspective, then would you say they can still catch up on it from YouTube and archives? And
yeah,
whatnot?
you can do a bit of that, but if you're wanting a young audience, they've gone. So all you're going to do is lose your core audience, your older people, because they're going to get fed up with it. You see, I can remember when commercial television went 24 hours a day, because we used to close down at night, anytime between like 11:45 and 1:30 in the morning. And you know, we would close down for the night. We'd say, "Well, now we're closing down." All that now.
You don't think?
Go on.
You don't think it were better then than it is now?
Yes, it was much better then. Then they went 24 hours, and they thought, "Yeah, let's get some real banging tunes on here to attract the young people who are up at night with a few tinnies and a fag." And the truth was, it was just the elderly pensioners who were insomniacs that were watching. So they would have been better putting on black and white films.
It's a muchness of the muchness now, though, really, with everything what's on.
Well, everything. I went through the whole lot today, and there was nothing to watch. And I've got something like 200 channels.
Sometimes there's nothing to watch and too many channels, like you said. It's like...
Well, you see, Glenn, I was a child of television. I spent any spare moments I had watching television. I can remember hearing stories about a child at school who was suffering a bit of neglect because mother was a television addict.
Yeah.
You see? So things like that. Nowadays, it's quite good that we're moving, but the thing is, we're going on our phones.
I think it's too much of a thing done into it, really, these days.
Well, how often is a kid saying, "Mum, what's for tea?" And she's going, She's on her phone, and she's scrolling.
Series, if you were going to watch a series when they were on TV,
Glenn, here's a guy here. Glenn, listen to this. Here's Betty Jo, who's brilliant, was watching the telly there, but thought it's crap. Let's go and listen to Scottie instead. So there's a lady converted from television to watching the internet phone in.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we'll give you better quality chat.
It's like I said, Scottie, there's so much variety these days, isn't there, to be honest?
Glenn, they want to know if you're out of still game.
That's a compliment then, Scottie.
Well, I would think so, yeah, absolutely. They're asking. And there's somebody, there's Mummy Paws. We don't have a telly, she says.
Shall we be that full game then, Scottie?
Can't hear a word of that. You must have been talking underwater.
Shall we revamp still game then, Scottie?
Yeah, it's still game. You and me, we're still game. Glad I've got a dash. Lovely to hear you.
Scottie or Rapsy and Esbert.
Yes. I'm going to dash, lie. You take great care. Love you lots. Dinky-Doo. Top man. That's our Glenn. There he goes. Fantastic stuff. Right, a wee cake and a cup of tea, says Murray. Good idea, the kettle's whistling. What tune is it whistling, I say to you? To the telephones as quickly as possible. If you've just joined us on TikTok, then lovely to have you with us, my beautiful TikTokers. Fantastic. Follow us as soon as you can. How long's a piece of string? It's half the end to the center. Sorry, it's twice the end to the center. Is that right? Something like that. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello? Hello, do you speak? Hello? Ah, a non-verbal caller. Amazing. There we are. Right, we'll let you go. There we are. Off you pop. Spare your blushes. It might be a guy that told me today live that he'd phoned, but his bottle went. Never ever worry about that, guys. Glenn, always so polite and down to earth. Cheers, son. Absolutely, Jerry. They shot themselves in the foot, Scotty. Remember, you nearly brought the network down. We did, Andrew. And what's the best Christmas movie ever made? I would suggest It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart, one of Hollywood's finest actors. I would agree. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who is that? Hello? Hello? Do you speak? Non-verbal caller. Fantastic. We love it. There we are. They're the best, actually, because they're not going to give you any cheek. I tell you, fantastic. Now, I had to make omelets this morning. 27 eggs. I had to get rid of some of them. How many of you were there, Suzanne? I take it you didn't have 27 eggs yourself. There we are. Fantastic. Now, what do we got here? Happy 45th. Yes, indeed. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? You're live on Scotty's phone in. Hello?
Hey, Scotty, I'm getting my second call in.
Oh, Glenn, you're just off.
Yeah, definitely. On off, definitely.
Somebody's just said that you're a top man.
Nice one, Jerry.
Yeah.
These callers will just ring up. I think it's just they're in awe of listening to your voice, Scotty. They're just starstruck.
Well, they shouldn't be, Glenn. They should come on and just go, hello, and then we could take it from there.
How you doing and all that?
Yeah, how you doing? And a little bit of chit-chat. I mean, you know.
Just have a decent chit-chat. It's not like you're going to bite their heads off, is it?
No, it's very good of you to actually say that, Glenn. Very much appreciated. Here's Lee saying, I can't believe you're not on the radio. Any sign of you coming back to the radio, says T-Mock.
Do you prefer it like this then now, Scotty?
Well, what we're doing right now? Well, yes. I mean, obviously I don't get paid for it, but it doesn't matter because it's interesting, you know? And I think we're building something very special.
You're not like 2 hours on the radio and... Well,
no, and the other thing is...
You enjoyed it.
Well, I loved the radio to bits, of course, but I didn't like the half-wits that come and sack you when they don't understand what you do.
You just like the half-wit callers who used to ring you up and give you a bit of grief.
Oh, we like them. We like them. That's different. You see, Scottie McClue has a great relationship with his audiences, just not a problem.
The half-wits were brilliant, Scotty, weren't they?
We like the half-wits. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, says Lee.
When you used to give them all the jibber-jabber and...
Listen to Demo here goes, lol, bitter. Demo, the very, very last thing Scottie McClue ever is bitter. And every single listener will back me up. I have no bitterness. I have no anger. I have nothing to be bitter or angry about.
He needs to get on phone and confront you.
Yeah, this Demo, where's he getting that from? He's obviously bitter himself, and he's trying to project that.
You'll hear him out on radio and phone, won't you, if he phones you?
Yeah, he should come and phone us and come out with that. So no lol bitter at all, Demo. Scotty, your voice helped thousands through bad times. What about that?
There's so many keyboard warriors out there, Scotty. So many.
Yeah, there's Demo. Well, you've just proven it. What a half-wit. There we are. In what way did I prove it, Demo?
They can type how many characters in whatever, and it doesn't mean nothing, does it?
No, nothing at all. I mean, we don't know who this guy is. We'll dump him down the Swan in a minute. Scottie McClue, bitter.
Joe Bloggs or somebody next, Scotty, won't you, or whoever?
You what, love?
He'll probably come up as Joe Bloggs or whoever next, won't he?
Yes, absolutely. Getting defensive, says Demo.
Trolls, that's what they are, aren't they, to be honest?
Yes. Chris says, never bitterness at all, not one bit. He's had a 1 in a million career. Absolutely. No problem at all.
There's too much jealousy out there, I think.
Yeah, too many problems out there. That's the problem with it, isn't it?
They want a little bit of fame, don't they?
He's trying to get a little swing on Scotty's coattails.
Your back's too broad for that, isn't it?
Oh, we don't bother with that. I'll just send him down the Swanee.
Straight down Swanee, Scotty.
Yes, down the Swanee with him.
Scotty, I like when old Yorkshire accent and all that comes out with you, though.
Aye, that'll come back like when we get into Yorkshire.
That'll be there.
I've had to put my Yorkshire accent on hold, like, you know.
That'll be days. That'll be days, Scotty. I know that, man.
You know what I'm saying, lad?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, lad?
Know what I'm saying, lad? I'll tell you, you need a Spear and Jackson number 4 for that. Half of them don't know how to work a mower, you know. I love that. That's Yorkshire chat, isn't it?
Brilliant. What time's bus, Jim?
Half of them couldn't use a scythe.
What time's bus coming?
Why? What time's bus, love? Do you know? Oh, I've been waiting here. How long have you been waiting? I've been waiting half an hour, love. I went into the shop, and when I came back, there still wasn't one.
In pouring rain. Brilliant stuff.
With your snapped in under your arm.
Have you had 1 or 2 Yorkshiremen in Scotland then, Scott?
Oh, yes, absolutely. But they tend to stick to Yorkshire. I mean, why would you leave Yorkshire? Although every Yorkshireman I spoke to, they would say, I'm thinking in retiring like Scotty. I say, where would you go? Hey, I might go to Scotland.
The old lads are the best, aren't they?
They always give it that. I might go up to Scotland.
Yeah.
But they never do.
I mean, you've seen Kez, haven't you, Scott?
Yeah.
Brilliant film.
Yeah, absolute Kez. Beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic. Brastoff.
Brastoff, I'm in love with. Do you know one of the lines, I mean, of the many millions of lines I love on it, when he comes up and he goes, so I'm not accepting the trophy. And they went up and they went, give us that. And he goes, I thought he weren't accepting it. He says, don't be bloody soft.
Yeah, pre-possible and all that, yeah. Full Monty Scott,
I love that. They come up, all right, soft lad.
Yeah. I just like the originality of it, you know, the pure country and everything, you know.
Hey, Glenn, I'll tell you what I've just discovered. Here's somebody telling me Arran, which is a beautiful island on the west coast of Scotland in the middle of the Firth of Clyde. Huge island, beautiful. And he's saying Arran is Little Yorkshire. So apparently a lot of Yorkshire people must have retired to Arran.
Oh, nice one.
Nice one, eh? We like that. It's beautiful.
Scotland and Yorkshire and everywhere all over. It's got some beautiful countryside, haven't we?
Oh, lovely. But Yorkshire, I mean, takes some beating. I mean, I used to come out my house in Yorkshire, turn the corner and just see a view that you could just die for.
I bet you took loads of pictures, Scotty, didn't you?
Oh, I've still got them all, you know. Yeah. And I do look at them. And they go, oh, that's pure people. I show people, I say, this was, they go, where's that? I says, that's my front garden in Yorkshire.
Yeah. You're an honorary Yorkshireman.
Honorary Yorkshireman, the only one in the world. They wouldn't have anybody else.
The accent is just brilliant.
Somebody said, I think we're making Scotty an honorary Yorkshireman. Is everybody all right with that, eh? And they went, aye, that'll do. That'll do for me.
There'll be a production team on sooner or later getting this old setup, guys. Trust me.
Fantastic. Glenn, you've got the same voice as the guy who ran the B&B in Stowe Game.
Nice. Oh, nice one.
Brastoff with Grindthorpe Colliery Band still going strong. Aidan, send Grindthorpe Colliery Band my love. They're fabulous.
The old tunes and the old institution were just...
Hey, Glenn, can I tell you a beautiful story? You will not believe this. This is absolutely true. When I was working in Lancashire, we filled the Guildhall in Preston for the brass bands. Yeah. Brass band concert. And the conductor, very famous, I won't mention him, but very famous, lovely man. And at the interval, I spoke to him. And I said, can I just thank you for your wonderful work? He said, oh, thank you very much. Usual humility from brass band conductors, fantastic. And he was outstanding. I mean, this was top band. And then he said, what do you do yourself? I said, well, the radio station, I said, we've been helping to make sure that the hall was all fully sold tonight, you know. He goes, oh, that's great. He says, are you a manager? I said, well, no, I said, I do a bit of on air. He went, oh, are you a DJ? I said, well, no, I do a kind of talk show at night. He went, SCOTTIE McCLUE. And he calls his wife over and he goes, love, Come, you'll never guess who I've got here.
Scotty's on radio.
Now, I was just so humbled by that. This is a real top bandmaster. And he knows Scottie McClue.
Yeah.
He says, I listen every night on the way back from practice.
You've always been grounded, aren't you, Scotty?
Well, you've got to be, Glenn, or the people would soon sort that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's credit.
Will do was the conductor's initials R.E. Aidan. Howgate, you're too sharp.
It's a massive credit to you, though, as a person.
No, but not at all, Glenn. I mean, you know, you've taught us all a lesson as well.
Hey, you're a credit to us all.
You're an absolute top man. And listen,
Nice one, Scott.
we shall catch up again tomorrow. Bless you.
Yeah. Are you you're not on tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not on tomorrow. I forgot me send there. Yeah, that's you. You're trying to blow smoke here.
I'm trying to pull you from back there, Scotty.
Yeah, you had us believing I was on tomorrow.
Like I said, you can't get too much of a good thing, can you?
Oh, Glenn, what do you like, Lala?
All these phone calls that we have there.
Yeah.
Imagine a one-to-one conversation with each other talking on a YouTube channel.
Well, listen, they're all at it in the chat. I can't get on the chat for them all chatting.
It's just brilliant stuff.
They're all chatting to each other. I've got to look to see if I'm allowed in.
So you can't keep it flowing, then it's just riveting. It's just out of this world anyway.
Dinky-Doo, Lala. All the best. Thanks, Glenn.
Take it easy, big man.
Take it easy, Lala. Top man, that's Glenn. Fantastic stuff. He got his second call in. I'm dressed in Japanese tonight. D. Thought you were sleeping in front of the fire. Do you think Prince William will become king instead of his father Charles, or is this not allowed? Absolutely not. No. Prince Charles next, then Prince William. Yes. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Hello? Hello? Another wee soul too frightened to talk. Why ring if you're not going to speak, poor things? There we go. Dee's enjoying that wonderful stuff. Right, to the telephones. We've got a lot to get through tonight. We've been talking about how wonderful the monarchy actually is and how there's never, ever, ever a problem with the monarchy. I don't understand where these half-wits come from. Hello, you're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Hello? Right, hold on a wee second. What I'll do, guys, just in case this is one of these that ring you up, I'll ban them. There we go. Just cancel that. And that there. Fantastic. Just give me a second, guys. Just going to do a little bit of banning. And that's that puts a stop to that kind of nonsense, if you get my meaning. Fantastic. So what was that one? Yep, that's the end of that. Right. Who have we got here? You're live in Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. It's David.
David, how lovely to hear you.
How are you, Scotty? I was trying on my phone about 5 times. There's been a problem.
No, there's not a problem. We're just stuffed out the door with callers.
Is that what it is?
So I think it goes. I think it goes in a queue.
Oh, you kept saying hello, and you can hear my voice, you know. But anyway,
Oh right, you know. Was that you?
Yes.
Well, there was a problem. Must have been a problem at your end then.
Well,
if you'll pardon the expression.
It's really, I mean, obviously, I was saying hello.
Well, I hope I haven't banned you, because I've just banned somebody there.
Right, maybe you banned me by accident, I don't really know.
I hope not. No, you wouldn't have got through if I'd banned you.
Right, well, there you go, something really. Is it a gremlin or something?
There might be just a wee gremlin, Davy, yes, absolutely. I'll just check that I haven't banned you. Right.
Just check your machines, make sure it's not.
Yes, does your number end in a 3?
My number, hold on, I'm John, does my number end in a 3?
390.
Yes, that's okay. No problem at all. Yeah, you don't need to give out too much, but that's fine.
But John, 490 Scottie.
So no, that's absolutely fine. No problem at all. I think we're laughing.
Right, that's good. Anyway, oh, how imagine start a conversation like this, you know?
Now, David, that call of yours was outstanding last night, and I've put it up on the TikTok and the YouTube.
Yeah, that's good, son. That's
So
wonderful.
there you are. So you can hear it anytime you like.
That's amazing. I like wee Glenn. I mean, he got your first call in. After that, you get your second call straight away.
Straight away, I thought that was a bit strange, but he's a great guy. Here, what about this, Davey?
Okay. It's not strange. It's wonderful. Do you know what I mean? You know.
It was marvelous. It was just a bit strange of going off and coming back on. Here's a guy. Wait, you hear this? What are you on? Says Dominic. And I've just told him I am on TikTok.
What are these people all about?
They're just daft.
No.
Here's Bungalow Bill saying, Fiskamath, Scottie.
Oh, I mean, but what are you on? Do you know what I mean? Oh, just 600 this morning.
They're just daft. They're absolutely bananas. They judge other people by their own lifestyle.
I know, it's stupid. I mean, we get this all the time, do you know what I mean? And again, I could have missed your first 5 minutes. I heard Kim speaking, I think.
Why?
Because I had friends in, I couldn't get time on my own.
No, don't you worry, Davey. It's never a problem. I know you are there and you are with us. And things are about to go very big, I can tell you. Do you know that little TikTok? Yeah. Oh, no, on call. See, Dominic didn't mean what you on. He meant what number are you on.
Okay then, right.
We'll forgive him. Dominic, if you go to my TikTok bio, just below it, you'll see the YouTube link. Go on to the YouTube channel, subscribe and tap the bell. That's it.
Dominic, phone up, Scottie.
Yes, phone us up. Phones now.
Yeah.
What about this? Wait, you hear this? Wait, here's somebody else. Nearly everyone I know has terrible signals on their phones. Phone calls are 30 minutes of hello. Do you not remember the old phone? And it would maybe go on a train and you'd hear the guy go, oh, I love, yep. Any messages for us? Well, nothing at all. Oh, all right, love. It was all that.
My mum used to have an old-fashioned phone from the films. Do you remember the old times, the old films? She had a 60s and 50s phone. Do you remember all the ones?
Oh, they were amazing. The great big Vulcanite one.
Aye, it was white and gold.
Oh, white and gold. And do you remember? Oh, I know the kind. Yes, sat up on the big receiver.
Yes, it was amazing, my mum.
Yeah, and was it onyx? She would have onyx. Did she have an onyx table?
That's correct.
Yes. That was the thing. You sat the phone on the onyx table and it looked very swish.
She was on every night, really, really fashionable.
People thought they were coming into a palace when you went into that.
Oh, she'd pick it up with a full dress on and sit in and speak to her friends.
Lovely.
She died of cancer, you know what I mean?
Bless her. Bless her.
Now, before we go, Martin called in last night.
Yes.
Mrs. Mac.
Yes, Mrs. Mac.
Yeah. I've got a friend called Timothy Redmond who was an orchestra performer.
Yes, wonderful. We'll not go into mentioning names, David, though.
Okay. He's one of my sugar daddies.
Absolutely. Fantastic. But we'll not go into all that. But we do say thank you and bless him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was a good friend of Mrs. Mac, you know, he's a great orchestra guy.
Oh,
he
wonderful.
passed away in 2003, you know.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Sorry about that, David. It's just we tend not to do the names of others.
That's fine. That's okay.
You know,
that's good.
but I know what you mean because we are worldwide, you know.
Yeah, of course.
It's that sort of carry on. I mean, we are worldwide. We've just been talking to America there, you know. There's Chris on from America.
I was listening to past radio and I'm glad it's getting really superb. You're getting new people phoning in.
We're getting new people, but we love our colours as well.
Oh yes.
You know.
It's better on here than on the tranny.
I don't. I think it is actually, David. I think it's a lot better. And I'll tell you something. And I think we get a much better caller.
Yeah, get your own boss now, right?
Well, nobody's going to come in and suddenly sack us, you know.
Yeah, we can't sack you. This is going to continue, and it's wonderful. Again, the people's coming in. I'm just listening. It's superb. You know,
love it.
That's it.
And
you know,
thank you for all your support and all your superb calls.
No problem, my son, my son.
Dinky-Doo, my son. You're a top man.
Yeah, my son.
Lots of love to you and John. Dinky-Doo, Lala.
Thank you, Scottie. Lala, good night.
See you. Night, night, Lala.
Bye.
There we are.
Bye,
That's
bye,
Davey.
bye,
Top man.
bye.
We love it. There he goes. Right, guys, to the telephones as soon as possible. What have we got? Andrew Downey wants permission to land. Yes, thank you, pilot. If you come into runway 0303 and touch down in your own time. Finals. Minimums. Oh, gosh. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Another one. Here we go again. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello?
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 Hello, Scottie.
Yes.
Yes, it's Neil here.
Neil, how lovely to hear you.
Yeah, first time I've phoned you on your website.
I'm so glad. This is wonderful.
Yeah, I've been watching most of the shows, most nights.
What do you think, Neil? Because you're a professional.
Oh, it's excellent.
You're enjoying it.
Oh, yes, definitely. As you said earlier, there's no one can come in and fire you from your job.
You can't get fired once you've built up a big audience.
Exactly. Well, you're speaking about TV programs and whatnot earlier on.
Yes.
What do you think of the soap River City?
Oh, I love it. I wouldn't mind a wee part in it.
I think you would do well in that.
I wanted to be a baddie, somebody that Lenny Murdoch's frightened of.
Oh. It'd be difficult to find someone like that.
You know what I mean?
Well, Lenny's the king.
Lenny is the king. Do you know what I mean?
Lenny is royalty, but I'm pretty sure they would have found a part for you.
Oh, no, a wee something would be good.
Yeah. Did you ever know the lovely lady, Valerie Dunbar?
Yes, very much so. And sadly, Valerie passed away. But I used to,
Yeah.
I've got a lovely recording of Valerie called Always Argyle.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes, Neil, to be honest with you, when I used to do the Clyde Cayley, performers would quite often write to me just a wee note on their private note paper and say, Scottie, just to say thank you so much for playing my songs. Because I would search out a lot of the older stuff and give it a good bit of airtime, you know?
Yeah, well, I was at the Millennium. I was working up the West Coast hotels for a certain company.
Yes.
And I'd actually booked, I was speaking to Valerie, I booked her for one of the hotels.
Yes.
For the Millennium. But unfortunately, she passed away.
So sorry to hear that. A lovely, lovely singer and a lovely person.
Yeah. And the person that told me was one of the Alexander brothers.
Ah,
asked them.
Yes.
I think it was Tom and Jack.
They were great as well. Loved them.
Oh, yeah. They're both gone now, aren't they?
Are they both gone? I know one has gone. And I know Kenneth McKellar's away, and I just missed his memorial service. I was on air at the time, which Kenneth would have appreciated. And I raced to Paisley Abbey, and I went in, and it was empty. And I said to a lady, she said, can I help you? I said, Kenneth McKellar's memorial service. She said, it was this morning.
Oh, dear, you missed it.
I missed it. But Kenneth would have understood being on air, you know?
Yeah, well, I was a good Paisley man, like I am.
Yes, and
Paisley
Kenneth
man.
was a director of Radio Clyde.
Was he indeed? I didn't know that.
Yes, yes, he was. Absolutely. Yes, a director of Radio Clyde. Great man.
Ah, well, R.I.P. to Valerie Dunbar.
R.I.P. to Valerie Dunbar. And thank you for coming on, Neil. I hope this will be the first of many calls and we can swap tales.
I guarantee I'm not usually at home on a Saturday. I'm usually out playing my guitar.
You're out
somewhere.
gigging.
But I've got a wee night off tonight.
I love
I'll
it.
give Scottie a wee call.
Yes, keep it going, Neil. We guys must stick together.
Better believe it. Keep up the good work.
God bless you, sir, and good luck to you. Dinky-Doo.
Good night. God bless.
Night, night,
Bye.
Neil. God bless you. That's a top musician. Lovely stuff. And he is down south, Neil O'Gormley. There we go. What do we got here? Lots of lovely things. Tried to phone you, Scottie. Ah, Thomas. You should be able to. When I lived in Gourock, the lady upstairs from us was Richard Wilson's cousin. Did you work with him? I didn't work with Richard, but he was from Dunlop Street in Greenock. He is from Dunlop Street in Greenock. Oh my goodness, this is... Hello? You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie.
Hello? Who's that?
It's Numpty.
Oh, Numpty Heed. About time you phoned.
This phone rang far too long, Scottie. I'm disappointed in you.
Numpty Heed, there's nothing we can do. Everybody's trying to get through to the internet. Phone in. There's another call in just as we speak. And there's another one.
Listen,
So, you know,
Scottie.
see what you've started.
Aye, but listen, you know it was Gwyneth Guthrie that played Mrs. Mac.
Gwyneth Guthrie, a lovely, lovely lady, and still with us.
Absolutely. Now, I've still not decided what I'm going to have for lunch, Scottie.
Oh, right. What did you have in? Did you have a bit of haggis in?
No, but I had my tea, but I've still not had my lunch.
Oh, you haven't had your lunch yet? Oh, mate, that's real Chick Murray stuff.
There you are. Now, listen, the Alexander brothers.
Yes.
Now, you can have one of them's away and one's still here.
One's still with us and one's away. That's correct.
The one that plays the accordion, he's still here.
Right, he's still with us. Was it Tom that passed away?
Well, I can't mind who's Scottie.
Right.
I just ken them as Alexander brothers.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful performers, lovely people.
Anyway, listen, I'm away because you've got more phone calls to take.
I've got more phone calls than up to heed, and I've more to do than waste my time enjoying myself talking to you.
Indeed.
That's your number. See you, Lala. There we are. That's him. John Boy from Port Glasgow. How are we, Scottie, sir? We are Dinky-Doo John Boy. Who's this? Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Scottie. It's Keith. The
Keith.
bus driver.
How lovely to hear from you. Keith, did you get your video?
I did get it, yes. Thanks very much.
Right.
I think I was in the wrong thing, but I did go into YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I eventually got it, so I've downloaded it and I've sent it about to 400 people. So they're all texting me back and go, oh, what are you doing on that? What are you doing on that?
Fantastic. I love it. You get that sent round there and tell 10 to tell 10.
The thing I was just calling about, mind you says to me, you said there's a certain type of bus.
Yes.
I said it was
A Dennis.
Yes, no, I was thinking of the fire trucks.
Yes, the fire trucks. The freewheel was the Daimler.
Yeah, you're actually quite right because the Dennis was taken out in 1919 for it was like the council at the time.
Yes.
They're loading buses, so it's always.
Hang on 2 seconds. I'm just going to have to say goodbye to my beautiful, beautiful TikTokers. There they go. Love the TikTokers. We just had to say goodnight to the TikTokers because do you know what's happened, Keith? We're right out of time.
Oh, jeez, I must have to try and.
Will you try and come on earlier because I want to talk buses.
Yes, I'll have to try and get on before Kareem.
Love you to bits. You will do. You're a top man, Keith, and we'll catch up soon.
Listen, I'll give you a call. But it'd be Monday now, wouldn't it?
Monday night, that would be great. 9 o'clock till 10.
Because I've got loads and loads of things for you.
I want to hear the lot, Keith. I am yours.
Okay, you're a brilliant man.
God bless you. So are you. Night, night, la.